Hi, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and here on YouTube you know me as Epic Fantasy. And this is my latest video. It's a terrarium video. You know I love terrariums. And this one's on how to make a specialized terrarium, an Assassin's Creed terrarium. That's right. There you go. Can you see the red coats in there? This is Assassin's Creed 3. The red coats, and there's Connor up there hidden in the tree line. Wonderful little terrarium. I love this terrarium. It's just a lot of fun. It shows you a lot about how you can just do something special with an arrangement of plants. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a terrarium, all the basics of it, and I'll show you a little bit about the little figures and stuff like that. If you make a terrarium like this, please send me a picture. I'd love to put it on my website. So let's launch into the tutorial on how to make an Assassin's Creed terrarium. Dioramas, origami, catapults, and treasure stays, telescopes, terrariums, bonsai trees, and paper games, swords and shields, and real blacksmithing, rattle rockets, animation. I teach the art of real creation. StormTheCastle.com. Let's make something. Now, this glass bowl here is wonderful, really perfect for terrariums. The curve of it keeps the humidity elevated inside the container. This is really wonderful, very durable. It's got a good look to it. So there are four basic components that go inside a terrarium. There's sphagnum moss, and this is standard for just about every kind of terrarium. There's activated charcoal. That's to filter the water and keep the terrarium pure and clean. Of course, there's nice, rich potting soil. Violet potting soil usually works pretty good for this. And then there's pebbles, and that's for the drainage in the bottom. And we'll go through and I'll show you what order to put these inside the container. First, you put your pebbles, a nice layer, maybe an inch thick, a little thicker if your terrarium is bigger. But what happens is all the water accumulates in the bottom there. It's like a reservoir for keeping the water. Then you put a layer of activated charcoal. You don't need a complete thick layer of this, just a fair amount, and that purifies the water on its way through. Then your sphagnum moss, it's like a blanket, about a 1-inch layer in there. All right, you see it laid out there? And then your potting soil. Now you put a nice thick layer of potting soil. You want plenty of soil. I've made the mistake of not having enough soil. You need nutrients for the plants. So there you go. Now we're going to put the plants in. Baby's tears are wonderful for this. Just about every kind of ivy, small leaf ivy, different types of ferns sometimes do good in terrariums. And this is what you do is you poke a hole in the soil, depot the plant, and then shake off some of the loose soil and then put that right in the hole. And you know, when I'm doing an arrangement like this, sometimes I'll actually arrange the plants on the table so I get like an aesthetic how they look, which way to arrange them, how they, it makes a difference. And with terrariums, just like in anything, it's the rules of odd numbers. Like 3 plants looks better than 4, 5 plants looks better than 4. So odd numbered plants. And with something like this, you can always just take them out and move them around if you want. And because it's like a scene from Assassin's Creed, we actually put like a gully in the middle of the terrarium. It's like a pathway that the redcoats walk on. So give that some thought. Looks really wonderful. I love that green. It's very vibrant. So now I got lots of terrarium projects on my website, and here on my YouTube channel I got lots of terrarium projects. Now the little figures, talk a little bit about that go inside. We had kind of figured out the scene ahead of time with the redcoats walking down a path, and then Connor, the assassin, hidden in the trees on a line. So we arranged them first, and I'll show you a little bit more about those. But here, let's take a quick look inside. It looks really good. There's a 1/72 scale figures, so they're kind of small. They look good. See, there he is. But we're going to modify him to make him look more like Connor. See, here's the figures. I used a British infantry there, and some Native American miniature figures for our main character. I love those medieval ones on the left. So it took us quite a bit of time to kind of tinker around with different materials because he wanted him to have his cloak because he's kind of famous for his white cloak. So we tinkered around with paper and with cloth and with felt. The point there is, I guess, improvise until you get something you like. We used a very thin kind of felt there and wrapped it, glued it on and wrapped it around and then trimmed it a little bit. Looks good. And I don't know if you can see there on the table, but there's the British shoulders. They've been painted. They look good. So now it's a matter of replacing. If you can't get them to stand upright, you can glue like a toothpick to the foot sticking down, and then you can stick that in the soil, and that'll keep it right in place. In my large jug terrarium, you can see that. I have that. So there's the redcoats walking down the path. And now we put Connor in there. There we go. Looks good. He's wearing his cloak. So that's everything. Leave a comment. If you got questions about this terrarium, about making terrariums, leave a comment. If you're not a subscriber, give the subscribe button a shot. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much. I got lots more stuff coming. I got a couple of things coming up real soon, including, I don't know, all kinds of stuff, including a massive diorama of a castle. So here's another picture. There's the redcoats walking on the path. And we'll take a look at that from another view. There you go. I love this little scene. It really got a kick out of that. So, let me see here. There you go. 2 more terrariums. The one on the top is the Hobbit terrarium. You can click on that to go to that video. And then one on the bottom is the Brave terrarium with little LEDs as pixies. Thanks for watching.